Oh man.
You in the market, Cochran? Are you in the financial markets?
Like in the market.
I've been thinking about the financial markets recently. Have you been? I don't know. Are you in the markets?
I guess I dabble in the markets. I dabble.
Do you go big on GameStop and whatever the fuck else was what that was? I don't even know.
The GameStop thing is really interesting to me in the sense that, like, I mean, I don't really follow the stock market. I have a few things, and like I like checking on them.
Right.
They're like long-term things, so it's like, why even bother like looking at them to be disappointed or excited, because it doesn't matter.
You're invested
kind of
you're invested in the Titanic sailing company.
Long-term stuff. It's coming back.
It's coming back. The Titanic. They're gonna find it.
Titanic.
My Titanic bonds are gonna finally pay off.
They're gonna surface. It's gonna be great.
You watch. They're gonna bring that ship back up, and people are gonna sail on that ship.
Mark my words.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, just shove a whole bunch of balloons down there, and like they'll inflate, and the thing rises, and then
no one thought of that
aboard.
before. You're the first person. You're the first person to think of that. Well, I did just read a new article about maybe James Cameron is invested in this. He'd be smart if he was. About how people are. Actually, it was an article about the secondary shoe market.
Okay,
so
all
like,
right.
I don't know if you know. Do you know about the secondary shoe market?
I think I might, just because. All right, so we're talking about ads and stuff. I saw this ad twice tonight, even before we started talking. About sneakers, eBay / sneakers, and it's like, you can sell your shoes on eBay and people will buy them. Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Kind of like that. Yeah, I mean, but there are whole other marketplaces like that are shoe specific or like basically shoe specific. Okay. Where original Air Jordans are somewhere in the range of like $50,000, I think.
What?
You know what I mean? And so, like, people are kind of investing in these shoes thinking there's, like, going to be they're like a collectible, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, first of all, like, you know how I feel about conventional wisdom? It's usually wrong.
Usually wrong.
The conventional wisdom now is like, well, we got to get the economy back, back to the way it was. We got to get go back at like the old way, the way it was before the pandemic. But the way I look at it is like the economy we had before the pandemic collapsed, right? It didn't work. It almost wiped out civilization. And so like, we need to do something different, right?
You have to adapt.
We have to adapt. And so I'm thinking maybe shoes or something, stuff like shoes is stuff that we should start building our economy around. I think we should base it on buying and selling 45-year-old sneakers. What do you think? Are you in on this?
I could get in on this. Now, are you saying the sneakers themselves should be currency?
I'm just saying, like, we gotta figure out something new, and so maybe you do invest in a closet full of Air Jordan sneakers or Allen Iverson 2s instead of putting your money in the stock market. Instead of putting your money into beachfront property, maybe we should all just be investing in shoes.
I think
get me some Yeezys, man. I want some Yeezys. Which I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
But that seems to be like the popular shoe, and I can't figure out what it is or why it's popular or who it's.
It sounds like something you would look funny wearing.
I imagine all Yeezys are bright yellow. Give me some Yeezys.
I hope so. Neon insert color, neon green. I want that.
So
I like that idea though.
Yeah.
Alternative investing is awesome. I feel like, and like I think like if you're smart enough to come up with something like sneakers to invest in, and like there's a market for it. As long as there's a market for it, like hell, you can make money on it eventually down the line.
As long as there's a market for it.
Exactly. As long as there's a market for it, supply and demand, right? That's what it all boils down to. And that is only going to get like finer with age, right?
Well,
those sneakers. So I mean, those sneakers in the box,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, leather or whatever the material is that those poor children built those Air Jordans from. I mean, they probably don't deteriorate for like what 60, 70, 80 years. I don't know. They'll be fine. Sell them like a year before they're ready to like explode.
As long as they're still in the box, they'll last for a real long time.
Exactly. Wow.
But also think about the future. The future we're headed towards, where luxuries like shoes. I mean, the shoe factories they're going to be closed in 10 years. Like we're gonna once that solar flare hits, we're done. So so not only it was like I mean you can invest in these shoes, thinking that like our culture will continue and people will still want to put their money into stupid bullshit like Michael Jordan basketball shoes, or you can be investing in them looking to an even different future where society's collapsing, shit's going down, shoes are going to be valuable. I got 300 pairs of shoes in my closet. Like you're a shoe millionaire. That's almost like living next to a grocery store or something.
Kinda, yeah. You're that corner of the market. You're a monopoly of sneakers. Huh. I like this.
Well, what some of these guys are doing is they're because the Yeezys and like all these shoes.
I don't know why it's funny.
It is really. I just love saying it.
It sounds funny coming from you.
But the Yeezys and the kids these days and their Yeezys, they're getting all Yeezy'd out on their shoes. But so these shoes, they only have like a certain limited amount that are made. They're like, oh, it's the 2019 Model A or whatever, this color, whatever. It's hard to get.
Right.
And so that's how they're building value into some of these things. So what these guys will do, these like secondary shoe market vipers will go online and they have AI bots and stuff and guys, they literally have a team of people that just go online and start like, because you can only buy one pair of shoes per person, right? But they have all this software, all this technology that gets around that, so they end up buying like $150,000 worth of shoes in one day.
Jeez, yeah.
But then they keep them and then they sell them. They turn around and sell them for like 20% more. And that's what these guys are doing. And then these people, a lot of these people that are buying these shoes are buying them in the hopes that like, oh, the value is going to go up.
Right.
But you know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of, remember baseball cards in the 90s?
Absolutely.
Where everyone's like, what? Baseball cards from the 50s are worth $30,000 and whatever? And like, so everyone just started buying all kinds of baseball cards in the 90s. And then it backfired because now everybody had these fucking cards. They weren't rare.
No, they weren't.
So now if you have all these shoes, you kind of need society to collapse to make your investment worth it. Maybe.
Yeah, a little bit. Unless you're just like the GameStoppers who like hype up the value of the shoe, right?
Yeah.
And trade it real quick, right? Just trade it real quick, and then start, getting online and start devaluing the shoes somehow on Twitter,
Yeah.
And then buy them again under another user, right? Buy them back, buy the entire stock back under a different user, and then then be like, oh, it's psych. No, these Yeezys are worth $1 million now.
Man, you definitely lost me halfway through that, but I'm pretty sure you're going to make a ton of money.
Tons of money.
Tons of money.